Hello and welcome back for what will be our level 15 episode of Red's Redemption. Sitting crowded round this cosy fire jet thing. And we've just been thrown into a state of mini turmoil. My colleague here has been trying to teleport from her airship and suddenly realised that the second page of teleporting options to the likes of Giant Hold and Three Barrel Cove, and that has disappeared. I've seen a forum thread devoted to the subject, so I'm hopeful that the situation will be restored. It looks like it might be something to do with the fact there's now a teleporter to the ship from the Gatekeeper Grove. Is it? They've done that in a recent update, but for some reason the second page of ship destinations has disappeared, much to our chagrin. Okay, so level 15, a couple of Reaper cores taken. All change on the gear somewhat. Still a bit of a mishmash. If I was doing a regular leveling with this or similar builds, I think I would try and put a bit more attention. But as it is, the basic three-piece Shan set for ranged and anything else we can cobble together is fine. I think there's a lot of doubled up things here. But yeah, we've got the three pieces of Shan ranged gear, which is nice. All has some good stuff on it. Got a Master's Gift in there. We've got Blurry, Dodge. Natural armor bonus is nice. I suppose that means I won't get any value anymore from from my bark skin. Although Naslila might still get some value from that. I was going to put the family recruitment symbol in there for some nice extra deadly and true sight, but I ended up keeping the Raptor Tooth in because it was my only source of Seeker and Deception. We kept the Trinket in from the Dread Isle, a nice defensive piece. We have left in these Blazing Snipers, goggles. Quality deadly will stack with everything, and the insightful double shot is nice too. I added in the Dynamistic Quiver. We already have double shot 5 on one of the pieces of gear, but a couple of extra range power. Not terrible, and possibly better than the 1 or 2 fire damage we were getting from the prior quiver. That's quite nice to have if it'll just show up. Celestial Ruby Ring from Shan. The Stunning we're not bothered about. Accuracy is on another piece. Ghostly is what it's really there for, to avoid us having the mischance against Reapers. That's not a bad one. Canis crafted item. Parrying bonus to saves. Insightful MRR, resistance 6 on saves, that's nice too. So given that we had our healing on this slot, I've moved the healing to here. The eagle-eyed amongst you will spot that I think we have 3 Master's Gift. That's how much of a mess this gear is. 3 separate copies of Master's Gift on this gear. Sorry, 1, 2, and where was the third one? Maybe it's only 2. Took the liberty of adding the keylock ring because we'd lost the snake gloves with all our trappy stuff on, so we've got the all the trappy stuff there, and a diamond of Dex because I suddenly realised Dex was our main stat and we didn't have any of it on the gear, so I've added that in. It's DDO by the seat of your pants. This nice cloak, mysterious cloak. Sapphire of Shatter in there. I still don't know whether this excellent devastating shot actually does give a save to opponents, but the 7 extra shatter on there, plus the fact we've now reacquired our no step missed trans, will certainly help. Let's just give that a bit of a test. Where does that get us to? So that takes us up to 59 now for a 40. 59 for a late heroic, I think, is very good. So I'd be surprised if there is a save. I'd be surprised if too many are making that. Last but not least, we've got our new bow. So less good a crit profile. We've lost one crit range because the Sapphire Sting has an expanded crit profile. But on the plus side, we do have an extra damage dice on there. It's 2d8 instead of 1d8. Also elasticity, so on a 19 or 20, crit multiplier increased by 1, which isn't bad. Poison damage, not amazing. A lot of stuff's immune to it. Armor piercing is nice. I don't think we have another source of armor piercing, so that's good to have. And I threw a Ruby of Frost in because it was the only one of appropriate level that I had to put in there. I did sort of equip them both and sort of put them next to each other, and this one came out a little bit ahead. Not unbelievable, so don't expect anything amazing. But given that our AoE that we lean heavily on is an automatic crit anyway, the lack of the expanded crit profile shouldn't hurt us too much if we're just leaning heavily on that. Yes, it came up in conversation yesterday. One of the Bear Party commented that they'd been looking at the videos so far and said that the video had done nothing to encourage them to play a ranged build, a bow build to start with. And I can totally understand that. And I just thought maybe we could talk a little bit about leveling builds versus builds you intend to play extensively at cap, that kind of thing. Excuse me. This is certainly, well, it's kind of an experiment anyway. This one I just wanted to see what the AoE was like on the bows, both for leveling and at cap. So that's the crux behind this. But yeah, if I was looking to leveling only, I certainly wouldn't do a standard bow build, or indeed a multi-class bow build. But the standard, even worse. This Dark Hunter even worse than that because no evasion. So I would want, I suppose I would go with something like, I guess the Inquisitive is the standard thing because it's so flexible, isn't it? You can have up to 3 different classes. You can take early evasion. You can have the no holds barred from 12, which just mows everything down, and you get the goodies from 3 different classes to choose from as well during the leveling process. Particularly the Assassin Rogue tree has some very nice low-hanging fruit, imbue dice and sneak attack dice, which are of great benefit when you're just doing the leveling. So we could probably compare if we end up. I'm sure we'll end up doing an Inquisitive build at some stage on this channel, so we can probably compare the differences. I mean, it's true to say that while this devastating shot, as devastating as it is, while that's on cooldown, we are somewhat toothless at the moment. So I look forward to going into Epic. I think my plan is going to be to go with that shadow shot from the Shadow Dancer to accompany this one. Thanks, Wagon, for the suggestion. And we'll see what damage we can do with the 2 of them together. So yes, all that to say that I'm conscious of the fact that this it's not going to set any records for speed leveling or anything like that, but compared to the pretty rotten experience I had when I first leveled Red with a plink, 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 die, plink, die again, all that kind of thing, it's been way better than that. On the occasions, I've done the odd quest on my own because I make less experience per quest than Nas does. So on occasion, I have to do the odd one to catch up. And I won't say it's been plain sailing, but he's acquitted himself all right in Reaper 1. Whereas when he, albeit with a few extra past lives here, when he first was levelled to the cap, he could do no more than heroic hard, and even that was a stretch on occasion. So the AoE has definitely helped him. Another little thing, there's an amusing story to relate here, or at least for us. It's a running theme in plenty of my attempts to group, shall we say. And it goes something like this. If at any stage anybody takes a turn in a quest that is contrary to the way that I know to complete the quest, my sort of sense of direction goes completely to pot. The example I'll use to illustrate this was the Wizard of Wines. We were finishing off the Ravenloft, and all decided, fair enough, to go up to the top, the section with the what's it called, the orb first. It's not something I ever do. I always do that top section second. And we did that, and we went and cleared the bottom section as well. And she went on very quickly to the end fight. And I realised that I hadn't a bloody clue where to go to get from where we were at the bottom to the end fight. I didn't have a DDO, and I was just lost. And I just basically had to admit this as well. She was surrounded by, there must have been 30 of them by the time I got there, so that ended up in a mess as well. And I had to retrace my steps the way I knew, right back to the start, and then go to the end. So I just wondered if there's any, let me try and find one person out there who suffers from this same issue. Because to me, if I'm asked to go a different way around a quest, it's almost like I don't know it anymore. And I've had this, well, since day dot in DDO. And people, even if it's like a suboptimal way, people end up just saying, oh, well, we'll just do it this way, otherwise it's just going to be useless for the quest.
He left me to die.
Well, can we just say, I did actually make it before you died, but there were...
You did.
There must have been, what would we say, conservative estimate, 30 things on the screen.
Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
at
Not including
which
the
point
Reapers that
I
were
decided to give the improved precise shot a go. I mean, I couldn't miss. There was a whole line of stuff across that top thing where the big druid boss is at the end, and they were all climbing up from the bottom, weren't they? Oh, it was just a disaster. Yeah.
New sales. Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute, shall we? I think the developers must have something against opening up the Champion Hunter weekend, because they're throwing in the Mysterious Remnant thing again, aren't they? And what do you do with Mysterious Remnants, among other things? You go and get the Mysterious Cloaks and the, what do you call it, things, these things, the Eternal Flask of Freedom of Movement, which is something I'm desperately looking for purple, but the Champion weekend hasn't been on for Lord knows how long. So developers, please, get your act together.
Hey, Potions of Jump plus 20. 5 of them, that's the coupon this week.
Get yourself signed up. Actually, I don't think they would stack with my 30 that I'm giving you. But
Well, that's okay, I'm just collecting them.
if, as is normal, I forget, then you've got something to fall back on.
Ooh, and it's double bonus points. Double bonus points, people.
Oh, God, here we go. Just a Muppet who goes to the store and gets something because it's cheap, not because she actually needs it for any character. Hang on, you said you were considering, weren't tomes on sale? You said you were considering a +8 for this cleric who doesn't have anything at the moment. Now that would be a legitimate purchase.
I was.
Normally, I'll just tell her if she's got any more than 10,000 points, she's not allowed to go and get any more, just out of habit.
So if I buy the +8, then I can get the DDO points.
Oh my
Yes.
God, what have I done? Well, you seem to be quite enjoying this character anyway, which is A, a surprise, and B, would justify spending something on it. So, yeah, I can't object too much to that. So, I've derailed the conversation somewhat, haven't I? Not that that's anything like me to do. Feet for 15, and this leads me into my next thing I wanted to discuss. Luck of Heroes I went for. On its own, very mediocre, 1 on all saves. But I quite like the fact that, well, both the 12 and 15 feats we've taken, the Nimble Fingers and the Luck of Heroes, they get significantly boosted up by taking certain things in the epic trees, which we would probably take anyway. So in the case of Nimble Fingers, we'd probably take on a trappy character 3 points in the open lock, whatever it is thing, the trappy thing I'll call it, in the Shadow Dancer tree, first tier. And that gets us an extra sneaky dice from having Nimble Fingers. And the Luck of Heroes, if I'm not mistaken, if we put 3 points in something luck in the first tier of Shiradi, instead of getting 3 on all skills and saves, we get 6. And we would probably be taking that thing anyway. So for a sort of a trappy character, I think that's a pretty good thing in the absence of any other compelling thing. I mean, I could have gone what's the sort of normal thing just to squeeze every last drop out? Weapon focus, range, and power critical, but I just didn't really fancy it, and it's kind of underwhelming use of 2 feats. So I quite like the use I've decided on, and it's hopefully going to boost our trapping things so that we can be relevant in the legendary content going forward. We picked up another favoured enemy feat. Looking at it, I think we're going to end up taking every one of the limited Dark Hunter options. So this time it's not so much about which one it was. Aberration, I think. What is is that Beholders? Is that? That's not so bad if that is what it is. It might be situationally helpful. But it's just basically a +2 on all the other favoured enemies. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got a 9th one to come, which again will be a bit useless on its own because it's some niche thing. Is it monstrous humanoid? But 9 would give us 18, and then there's a 10th one in the Shiradi tree, isn't there? Favoured enemy Fae. So we're going to end up with a nice round +20 damage against all these things. One of which is the Reaper. So that is very nice to note. And on that happy note, I think I've reached the end of my senseless waffle. So do you want to tell us a bit about significant gear and feet and that kind of thing?
Hers was pretty simple. She took a shield feat for her last paladin. It's just a passive feat, which was a shield deflection, was what she took.
Shield deflection? What does that educate me? I don't know what that
So
does.
when she's actively blocking,
Right.
so when she's blocking, she gets a bonus based on her shield that she's using to completely ignore acid, cold, electric, and fire. So if she's using a tower shield, it's 40%, a large shield's 30, small is 25, and a buckler's 20.
Oh wow! Because we had a comment earlier on one of our lower down vids about the fact that blocking was okay in the earlier levels, but not so valid in the later ones. And I just thought of this tower shield, this mirror shield that I think you will use.
That's what she's using right now.
Oh, you're using the heroic version of that. Okay.
Yeah, she blocks all the way into legendary and in legendary. Like even on Reapers,
you
she
found
blocks.
some mileage in that. Well, it'd be interesting to see then, to see if we can show there is some mileage to the blocking.
Yeah, she blocks the entire time, all the way. She's even blocked in Reaper, so like in
Okay.
Legendary. So
Okay.
just depends. Just
I think the
depends.
exact comment was maybe get out of the way of the lightning bolts from the shaman instead of trying to block them, which I would kind of concur with because those things are deadly. But for general use, it sounds like
Meh.
you're doing okay on it. So yeah,
I think
let's.
it depends. Depends on your build, right? She doesn't.
Mm,
It might look like she's taking a lot of damage, but she's really not. It takes a long time usually to build up a stack of damage on her, unless there's 30 people around her.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's.
So she's got a lot of deflection. She's got a lot of PRR, MRR. So it might look like she's taking a lot, but it usually takes a lot before she even gets halfway. So
I'm hopeful that the single biggest difference we're going to find when these two get back to the cap, because we did do a bit of an experiment, didn't we, if you recall? And the biggest problem was the too much plink, 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 and not enough boom from Red's side. So now
yeah.
he's gonna get back to the cap with these two big AOE's on a fairly short cooldown, and hopefully if we can put those to good use, you should spend less time surrounded and more time, with manageable amounts of things. At
Yeah.
least that's
Other
the
than
hope.
that, changed a couple pieces of gear to the Sharn set, the Guardians of the Gate set.
So you've gone with the
That's what
tanky
she's
set.
wearing. She's wearing a tanky set. I do have the Bless set, the Flame Cleanse set. I have that too.
Yeah.
But for her build for this, she's tanking all
I
the way
think
basically.
I think I can
So.
understand that because she's not making use really of offensive casting, is she? Even to level,
No,
she's
no.
she's going all out with the defensive.
Yeah, she cannot level by herself. There's
No,
no way. She is not designed for that. She is designed to
go on,
level with someone or a group.
say it, your
Oh,
catchphrase.
she does
She's
not do
not
damage.
built for damage.
Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I think the most she can do is like 100 points if she's lucky at a time. You know how long that's going to take somebody to get rid of something that has like 90,000 hit points?
On a serious note, I think this is probably an issue, isn't it, that puts people off doing out and out tanks like you're doing here. The fact that you need to be carried along. Although in this case, particularly, I think they're carrying each other along because there's no way on this earth that Red would stand up to the kind of damage that you're taking, and he would have to, if he was the only one in the quest. Or it would
Yeah.
be a tedious plink, plink, plink fest, half an hour a quest and just trying to keep the distance all the time, which would.
And honestly, I'm not, I will solo play, but anybody that knows me knows that is not my favorite thing. I will solo play like a couple quests, and then if there's nobody around, or there's no
I
groups to
think I
join
think
or
there's
whatever,
plenty like
I like
that.
to play with a group. So
Yeah, there's.
for me, a character like this is good. Something that needs to be in a group, or doesn't necessarily need to be in a group, but just plays better in a group. That's
I
more
think,
my
as I
style of
said to
play.
you before, that's why the druid character Fools didn't really do me any favours because I built him to be self-sufficient. He is self-sufficient, and too much so, so that he doesn't really need a group around him at all. Whereas this character probably helps me a bit because he's always been the weakest link, always desperately needed help, and when he does get help, he can be quite useful to a group, can't he? But on his own, he's just a liability. So, yeah, otherwise known as Red Dead. So, I think that's done me a favour in a sense. Like, for example, as we've gone along here, the roles have been reversed almost, haven't they? I've made myself sit at the back and not move until you've moved. And generally speaking, it's worked quite well. I haven't attracted much, if any, attention. So that's been great.
All right, are we ready?
I think so. For this one, we are proposing to go through the Archon chain, the level 13 chain here in Shavarath. And this is going to be perhaps the biggest test of our AoE capability yet. If I could knock a couple of seconds off the cooldown on this thing, I would. Because remembering, especially these two first groups here, they are monstrously large, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
Now then, let's make sure we give everything that we are supposed to. You're going to need all these elemental things, aren't you, for this one?
Oh yeah, I have them. I could cast.
I think I've given everything apart from Sonic. I don't think you'll want that.
The skiff brings you to the Archon stronghold, deep in the mountains of Shavarath. A trumpet Archon waiting at the landing site waves you over.
YOLO!
Oh my
The Archon
goodness.
Reaper,
gestures to the demon
fear.
portals forming in the courtyard below.
Let's not die too
You'll need to
horribly
clear out
here.
the demons down there. Then we'll open the door.
I centered the AoE on him. Just gonna have to wait for the cooldown
Fantastic.
now, I'm afraid.
That's okay. They're not hitting her. It just says miss.
Okay, I should have saved that. That was a real misplay. I should have waited, and then I could have had it for these. 3, 2, 1. Need to get one in the middle here. That's good. That's not going too badly, is it? I noticed she's got a big jump up health point wise, which is
Yeah,
great. So
it
that
takes her a bit, but when she gets there.
that gear is really making a difference for her.
And her AC takes a massive jump too.
What's the AC now?
97.
Oh, that's great. Well, Red's got
Yeah.
85, which I thought was pretty good, and that's got a 72% defense chance. So you must be up towards 80 or more miss chance, which is really good.
The Deva says,
Yeah.
to my
And
sacrifice
she's-
the trial of agility.
At cap, she's well above what she needs to be. It's a good build.
Well,
The
at cap,
guys that built her did a good job.
AC wise, the purists would tell you you should, you know, for the red bosses, you should aim for the stars. But the AC you end up with is totally going to get plenty of misses off trash, which is what we want.
She's well over 200 at cap.
Yeah, I think that's great. The purists would say you're never going to get a miss off a boss from that. But there aren't just bosses in the quests, are there? And why haven't
Well,
I disabled the thing there?
she
Can I
has
do
no
it now?
issues. So,
Can I not get the box here now? Oh yeah.
the trial of agility. Great for an
Pull of the
anvil.
final lever. The trial of agility is complete. A voice whispers into your mind. Good. For
Let's
your
break
next task,
everything for Mr.
seek
Mike.
Viranel and Deva in the upper corridors. She will
Got some
explain your
vases
next
coming up.
challenge.
I'm going to demonstrate the... Oh, there's only one. I was going to demonstrate the breaking power of the devastating shot.
Next one. I'll
It
leave 'em,
seems
I won't
like
touch 'em.
all the AoEs
Viranel says,
can multi-break.
"Demons have breached
The
the
Shadow
portals between
Dancer
you and
one
the courtyard. Hunt down
does the
their
same.
devils and slay them.
Now slow and steady
Do
wins the
this,
race
and we
here.
will consider the trial of endurance complete. A keening howl echoes from the gateway above the stairs.
Look at all those blinded peoples. Oh, sorry, I left the Hezro till last. That was silly.
That's okay. Probably looks worse on your end than it is on mine. Oh, there's only 2 here. Not worth your shot. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so I always need to make sure that I top you. Oh, you topped yourself up. I top you up at the end of one such encounter, and I save the big one.
There is a Reaper in this pile, I think.
my
No, there isn't.
God.
I lie. I lie.
I'm gonna save there is one. I'm gonna have a nightmare targeting him. I've gone for the crown there. Stone. I think I'm just lagging out here. I'm not doing anything. It's just dead. I was going for the stone guard and nothing was happening. There's a pile of remnants behind if you're interested. And maybe just wait a second. That I've got some kind of lag here. I think it's better now.
Listen, cat. Oh, I got you.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. That was poor. They were all grouped around you, and I contrived to not do very well with that. I'm gonna save the big one, I think, for the next lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, that's better. That was better, including the big crown at the back. So the targeting is important.
What do we got? Yeah, we do.
Cute. Oh wow.
Good job.
Oh,
Reaper,
crikey,
2
look
fears
at,
and a
oh my
famine.
God. Wow,
Good job.
that was not what was wanted at that juncture.
Yeah.
It's tasty, it's getting better.
Take that soul.
Okay.
As the lever is pulled, the barrier blocking the courtyard fades.
Oh no, Hezro. He completely messed up my system.
There's a famine Reaper in there. Ah, you got
Okay,
him.
yeah.
Never mind. Oh, plague. 2 plagues.
Oh no.
Feel free.
Trying.
You got it. Almost Squito. Where are you, Squito?
Crikey. That is one nasty pile of things.
Carnage.
Oh,
Left
God.
side, back.
Still can't target the carnage. Goodness me. How many would you say? There's remnants galore back here if you're interested. How many would you say that were in there?
I have no idea.
That was one massive pile. Try and hold the door, make them come to the
Come
door if we can.
Sure, we can do that. There you go. There's a Reaper
I
in here.
got lucky, it just popped up as I was targeting. I'm not sure. Oh, there's a marksman at the back there. I wasn't sure if to target the big thing or.
As the last of the invading demons die,
Yeah,
you
we're
hear a
good.
voice
And
in
that
your
wasn't
mind.
too bad. Did a
You've
damn
done
good
well.
job there of holding the
Trial of
line. I
endurance
think
is
there's a
over.
shrine coming as well, isn't
Please
there?
follow the passage
Yeah.
to the south of the courtyard and meet up with Tiana. You'll find her in the lower halls, past the stairs.
Considering the size of the opponent's packs there, I think we did okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just as well he upgraded his bow before attempting to undertake this one.
What's going on there? Weird. Okay.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I'm just looking at. My targeting window is weird, but whatever.
Have you
It's going on the right person. That's all that matters.
have you got auto targeting switched off, disabled?
No,
No.
it's just my window. Remember yesterday it was weird too. So, nothing abnormal. Whatever. I'm not worried.
You will be now. All hates this section because I always manage to blow up the traps, and remember, I'll be hurting myself too now because I don't have evasion either. Not that I blow them up on purpose, I'm just not taking enough care, I guess.
We only know one person that blows them up on purpose.
Oh, God. But does she? Does she though? Okay, good stuff.
The Guardian teleports out, and the magical wall in the chamber falls
Spot
away,
danger, can it?
revealing another room beyond.
These
no-
are trapped, remember?
Is there
These
a
are all
box?
traps.
There's no box.
No,
is
there's no box for them. No.
Yes, I remember.
You can stand up here though, and not get electrocuted if somebody blows a trap.
I guess that means I'm on my own if all the electrocution starts. Yeah.
I'll heal you. You'll
That's
be okay.
definitely been one of the several slight downsides. You've got to look on the positive side though. The positive side is this is a pure build, not rogue, and it's able to do the traps, which is not such a bad thing. Oh, great, there we go. That's one. I promise I didn't just do that on purpose.
Just showing off his build.
I was demonstrating the strength of my elemental resistance.
The large puzzle
Oh, here we go. Get down.
and one of the barriers ahead of you fades.
What's up, chickie?
Oh my word, that was
The Guardian
beautiful.
nods and teleports
I
away.
spent
The barrier
10 minutes
blocking your
doing
path
some
disappears
buffs
when
behind
you're down.
the safety of the pillar, and once I'd finished messing about back there, boom. I'm hoping you weren't deliberately lining that
As
thing
the
up
puzzle
so
is
I would
completed,
trigger the
the
trap.
path ahead
I
opens.
was
I'll
not.
give you the benefit of the doubt.
No, I was moving them so you wouldn't trigger the trap.
Ah,
You once again hear the voice in your mind. You're more clever than you first appeared. The trial of intelligence is over. The teleport statue will take
some
you to your
reason,
final challenge.
I always stand here for the start
A
of this. I
large
don't know
angel
why.
with emerald skin hovers over the arena. She
I'm
gestures
gonna
to
stick
you
with the
as you
single
enter.
target
Oh,
thing, I
chicken.
think.
I am Rian, champion of the Archons of Shavarath.
I think you're gonna have a really tough time
set before you in
rounding
order
them
to reach
all
this
up,
point.
but if you can, I'll have a go at.
One final test awaits you. The trial of strength. If you
I'm
pass
gonna
this
try
challenge,
not to
then you
move.
will have proven yourself a worthy ally of the Archons of Shavarath. Rian's voice
Oh
fills
god,
the
there's a
arena.
boss over there.
Your last challenge is a straightforward one. Prove to me the strength of your resolve. Defeat me and mine, and this final trial will be complete.
making as big a mess of this as you possibly could. I should have killed all the outlying things by now, and I haven't.
She's fine.
Re-unsheathes her blade and yields. You've done quite well.
I could say it was a test of your tankiness, which you seem to have passed with flying colours. What's this little
Please.
Order of Menace thing in my bar now? Oh, it's the Archon that's giving that. -2 on all saves and stuff. Ah.
The trials are complete. You've shown the Archons that you're worthy of their respect and trust.
Well, one of us is. I wouldn't say I was. I wouldn't trust Red as far as I could throw him, which is not very far.
Demon Assault, hey?
This is one of Fool's favourite testing grounds.
Really? Because I could have swore it was Grim and Barrett.
Oh, that too. That too. Are you in the Demon Assault?
Yes.
Ah. What else am I supposed to cast on you? That.
Ready?
I think so.
Woohoo!
A portal forms in the courtyard before you. Demon reinforcements start to pour into the area.
Gonna try to move as little as possible here.
I'm like, I do not see any.
Now, hopefully, the intervals in between waves will be just about enough for the devastating shot to recharge. Like. Which would make this the perfect quest for us.
Oh, hello, Plague.
You can't see me getting anywhere near a strike on these, but we can try.
The portal collapses with the death of the last demon. Yet a new portal has begun to form in the courtyard below. The demons are determined to keep the codex page.
Oof, that was a heavy hit. Almost.
Oh,
That's
so close.
always one. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Oh, that was lamentable. It just goes to show, target the wrong thing and the whole thing.
There's a Garner Trooper in here.
This is turning into a mess now because of what I did or didn't do.
No, it's okay. As long as nothing touches you.
But it's still a massive step up, isn't it, from the standard plink plink thing. I mean, that's all right.
It's a shooter.
It's not a sorcerer's fireball, but
take that soul too.
as far as ranged characters go, that's a huge difference.
Come on, into the party.
Well, that was a mess. I didn't even hit the one I had targeted. Oh no.
Carnage and a fear.
Oh god. I think
My preference is, yeah, I was gonna say my preference is you kill the fear. Yeah.
you were kind of cuddling him anyway, so I
Yeah.
don't think we would have been too badly off there.
There's
No.
open in the courtyard to the south.
All right, take one of those souls because there's another one here.
Good. Are you going to try and bring them here so we don't have to deal with the swords?
Sure am.
Or I could have done I think it's best if you do it though. Round them up. If we can get them. Yeah, that's not terrible. Could have been better. Try and wait until they're all around. Still not very good, was it? Maybe I should try and blow them up from over there when they're all together. See if that helps any more. Not really.
You want to do this last crowd first?
Do
Do you need the shrine?
I have? I can probably manage without the boosts. Let's yeah, let's do them. So you stand right in front of them. Just hold them there if you can.
Yet before you can catch your
So we're not
breath,
in amongst all the swords.
portal opens in the courtyard to the
Okay,
east.
I'll move. As soon as we get this group gone, I'll move.
That was about as good as I could do. I couldn't.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
stand
just-
in front
yeah,
of the
stand
portal.
right in front of them, yeah, and I'll just stand behind you.
Sorry.
That's not a bad opener. Yes, I'm liking that much better. Sitting here with my 25 stacks of good stuff. I don't think fools would be proud of what I'm doing, but in the context of what Red used to be able to do, this is good. Oh, that was a mess. I don't know what went wrong there.
You're okay.
A portal begins to form, blocking the gate leading
Now,
to
what's the
ruins
best
above the
play
courtyard.
here? Should I do the explosion to kind of call them to us? Would that be a good plan, do you think?
Well, do you need the shrine or are you okay?
I think I'll be alright.
Okay, well then I'm gonna bring him to us because there's Hezaru in there and he'll teleport to you.
I think it's probably while they're all grouped together, the explosion isn't a bad idea.
Okay.
From what I just saw there, and then you stand and guard the gate, make sure they don't come through. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Not terrible, not amazing, but not terrible. Still a bit rubbish for my liking, though. I'm not.
There's carnage and
I
a plague
can
coming.
see things, yeah. I don't know whether I'm even hitting anything yet.
Everything back here. There we go. Good job.
No, I made a right horlicks of that. Last chance, gnome. That was the worst one of the lot. That was abysmal. Oh God! And there's crowns galore in there. Crikey!
Everybody turn back around. There we go.
With the destruction of this portal,
No, not
the
happy.
gate to the courtyard above is now
I think
clear.
your plan was
A
probably
second
better
path
with
leads
hindsight.
further up into a mysterious cavern.
Never know until we try.
Yeah, although for one or two of the earlier ones, it was viable to do from distance and get them coming towards us.
Ready?
The page
Yeah.
from the Codex of Infinite Planes lies just
Hey,
ahead,
buddy.
but the artifact is guarded by a powerful Glabrezu. The Glabrezu collapses, and the magic field protecting the Codex page fades.
Not terrible. Maybe save best till last there. And Red's always been pretty decent against the single targets, hasn't he?
The page from the Codex of Infinite Planes
Oh, look, here's some
hums with
Seeker for
magic
you.
energy,
What have you
but
found?
you can make nothing of the strange runes that cover it. You should return to
4
Amrath
bonus.
and show it to the Archon who sent you here.
Crikey, only 4. I've got a Seeker 4 on a level 6 item here. That just goes to show the power creep in the game, doesn't it? Wow. I've got the Raptor Tooth necklace here. Admittedly a very strong level 6 item, but still Seeker 4, and just the same thing there. I think the fact it's typed in Roman numerals tells you how old it is, the one you found. That's a... I think it's a throwback to an older system, isn't it? Of which I think there are a fair few in the game. Okay, so I think we have a bit of a cross-section here, don't we? We have some single target things here and some monster piles of things.
A deep pool of foul water lies at the foot of the Devil's Fortress. This must be the hidden entrance.
You had that look
Davis
about
spoke
you
of.
that don't do any more buffs. I think I got the essential ones in.
You found your way inside the fortress. Now to investigate Eritrakos' plan.
Oh my word. They're stacked over there, aren't they?
The devils quarter their tiefling slaves here in the depths of their citadel.
Crikey, I can hear all those shots raining into your shield. I don't have deflect missile at the moment. That would be making me into an absolute pincushion if all that was coming my way. Oh crap, I was trying to shoot a vase and I shot one of those things. Oh no. I think there's one more over there. Right, this is going to be a big load, isn't it? That was a nice entrance. Not a strike, but still pretty good.
codex gate slides open, revealing a passage leading up into the heart of the Devil's Fortress.
Cleet should be proud of me. I stopped for a collectible. Can you hear me, all?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, it's okay.
I just realized my mic was on mute. This whole time I was like, da-da-da-da.
Ah,
Yeah, the shield makes a bit of noise.
oh, we're in trouble here. Look at this pile of things. Oh my god.
Oh, you collected the upstairs.
I,
Okay.
did I? Was it me who did that?
I have no idea. I'm just blaming you. I have no idea.
I hope not, because it was a really stupid thing to do if that's what I did. I
Eh.
suppose on the plus side we've got rid of them now, but no, I totally didn't mean to do that.
Nah, I think sometimes they just come down.
I dread looking back and seeing that was indeed what happened.
Just don't look. Do I go to the left, right, or do I go up?
Right, go right.
This is where I get lost. Look at you, you're the keeper of the
That's
remnants
some
now.
gnomish fury going on there. Oops, pressing the wrong key to try and pick him up.
Ooh, 52 Remy's.
That's what we like. Is there one hiding round there?
Yeah, right here.
I thought so.
Okay. Do I go this way?
Sorry, no, this way.
I always get lost in here.
I was playing my role and just waiting. Hold the door if you can.
Yep. I just wanted them to all activate.
I was a bit too hasty there for the strike. Hold the door. It's funny that it wasn't a terrible one, but the one that I actually targeted didn't take any damage at all. It's not the first time that's happened. But I think we can... I went through the teleporter, by the way.
Woo, okay.
I think we can safely say that this thing is keeping us in good standing, isn't it? Thank you. They come out of the other thing now, don't they? The other door. There's plenty of souls and whatnot for y'all.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You got me wondering now. Did I do a stray shot up there? I can only think that must be what happened because
Sometimes they come down though.
well, neither
They're
of
like-
us were anywhere near them, were we? And you certainly wouldn't have shot up there. So
It doesn't matter. They had to come down. They had to be taken care of, so it doesn't matter.
I would have preferred them to be up there, and we had the opening chance against them with a big blast. Come on, what's going on here today? Shoot. Okay.
This way?
Yeah.
The devils have been researching some arcane topic here. Tomes of magic lore and scraps of ink-stained parchment.
Remnant here if wanted. So yes, because of the... Oh! Oh, that's interesting. I'm sure it should have been on cooldown there, the shot, and I was about to say because of the longer cooldown on the devastating shot, I looked down and it wasn't on cooldown. Thanks, game.
Famine.
Oh, there's two lots here, aren't there?
Come on. Nobody wants to come out? Alright.
From the other side now, all behind. Oh my... AoE completely fluffed there. I was going for the Fury, but... Maybe that's an example of something going down the side, and that's why it went completely wrong. We can do the puzzle and rest here, can't we?
Yeah, I'll rest and I'll...
Well, you don't have to. I'm going to.
I'll rest and then I'll buff myself and then I'll buff you.
I noticed that it's quite good timing because some of the buffs had gone anyway, hadn't they? Now that's definitely one plus about going pure. Not that I have a mountain of good buffs to give, but the ones I am doing are going to be cast and forget, aren't they, for the vast majority of quests at the cap. Whereas when you just have, say, 5 or 6 levels of ranger, you keep having to remember to recast the likes of Ram's Might.
I'll put the resistance on myself.
You will?
Yeah. And then you...
Oh, you don't seem to... Yeah, I think you must have natural armor bonus as well. So let's just take the bark skin off for now.
Alright. So now back the way we came, right?
Yeah.
La-di-da, la-di-da. Thank you. Ooh, 437. That is your best yet.
That's the critical coming in. What was that? What was that noise, all? Is that me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I heard something like a disconnect, as though... I don't know what that was.
Huh?
Like one of us had a ASP thing disconnecting or something.
Is there still a thing alive?
There is, or
He's
there
right
was.
here. He's right here.
Yeah,
He's on me.
Yeah.
Like I can see the little electric shock things. Well, I don't know how to collect these guys up.
There's 3 down here.
Eberron is our next battlefield, says the
Oh,
Paladin.
that's one way of
When I
collecting
return,
them.
all of Shavarath will belong to the devils. Hathara, protect my fortress while I am gone. You can begin by destroying those bothersome trespassers. The pit fiend steps into the portal and vanishes.
Let's
The
go.
Archons gives a cry of fury and flies at you, sword in hand.
Oh, I should have waited. That was silly. I could have had everything there, and instead I ended up messing it up. And at least she's visible by the mark there.
Yes, that's one the good thing about that mark.
Protect the fortress, cries Hathara, and Abishai respond to her call.
Here they come.
So I'm waiting for you to... Where are... Oh, okay.
I'm letting them all come in.
Yeah,
Come on.
me too. Oh, crud, she's back again. She's wandered off down there. Look, you can see the arrow.
Flyers are coming.
Hathara falls to earth. You've won
Good
the
job.
Happy
battle.
days.
The enemies delayed you while the devil leader escaped to the prime material plane. Eretrakos and his followers now threaten Eberron.
Crikey, your health was a bit down, wasn't it, from her?
Meh. Still loads. You got a flyer above you.
2.
Oh, you got 2.
I think there's still some about in here somewhere. Anyway, I've got memories, albeit we were 2 of us in here, I've got memories of trying to solo this on Reaper 1 with various characters and not having an easy time of it at all. So, to have done what we've done there, I think is pretty commendable.
It was very good. Nobody died. As the gnome would say, no death.
Yeah. And if ever there was a testing ground for the effectiveness of this Deepwood Tier 5, I'm guessing that was it. We'll just have to see how it... I can't see any reason why it wouldn't scale up as we go and do equally well. That's what I'm hoping for. It's keeping the damage around you manageable because you're not having to wait for the slow drip of the things being taken out of the picture. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's a huge win for the bow leveling process for those who want to level with the bow. I guess it's different. It's turning into quite a different thing than the inquisitive types, because they I'm sure will still make more use of the IPS, particularly just for leveling builds. But in my case, leaning heavily on this devastating shot, and with the power coming from the Archers focus stacks, I'm finding it pays me to stand still, build up those stacks, and just unleash this thing with the power of all the stacks when it's ready for going. So my time in IPS is very, very little. Thinking about it, if I had the choice to take it as a feat, if I wasn't auto-granted it this life, I don't think I would. I don't think I would be taking that on any standard bow build. I don't think, from what we're seeing here. Anyway, I'm digressing. I think it's time to end this one, isn't it? Thank you very much as always for looking, and we will reconvene at level 16. Take care.